Nimeona hapa STARBEX. Sijui mwenye STARBEX ni nani? STARBEX ni nani? Kweli? Kwa hivyo ndio sababu wengine wanatoa mafuta Mombasa, lakini STARBEX wanatoa hapa Ulu. Hiyo ni mapendeleo ama si mapendeleo? As I said, I don't know. Nimeona malori STARBEX, STARBEX International kila mahali. Kila mahali. And you, county government and leaders, call it out. Maybe this is the reason William Ruto ameona abinafsishe, privatize Kenya Pipeline Corporation, ambayo tunapinga kabisa. It's a natural, strategic, infrastructural project, and you will not be allowed.
I want to thank Mbadi for bringing out some of the issues. Like he talked about selling some assets. Kenya Pipeline Corporation. The pipeline is underground from Mombasa to here. Even if you sell it, where is somebody taking it to? It remains very much an asset of Kia. It is just there on the ground. So somebody want to buy it, buy it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you have heard, that is a clip of the former Vice President and Wiper Party leader KALONZO MUSYOKA speaking on matters in regards to the current sale of the Kenya Pipeline Company to private investors who are currently taking over 35% of the said Kenya Pipeline Company. It is a move that has been opposed widely by some leaders linked to opposition, but also it's a move that has led us to try and dig deep into trying to analyze the reason why the government of Kenya is pushing this sale of the Kenya Pipeline Company so much. Now, the opposition has cautioned investors over the Kenya Pipeline sale, where it has accused the government of corruption. As you have seen in the clip of KALONZO MUSYOKA speaking, there is a company that he has mentioned, and that is STABEX International. STABEX International is a company that deals with petroleum products all over the country. Now, this company is held by President William Ruto. Allow me to dive deep into the issue of Kenya Pipeline Company before we come back to the issue of to the issue of STARBEX Company and how it is linked to the Kenya Pipeline sale. The opposition has warned investors against buying government parastatals, including the Kenya Pipeline Company, which is being privatized by the Kenya Kwanza administration. On Friday, October the opposition brigade pitched tents in Ilbisil, Kajiado Central, drumming up support for the Democracy for Citizens Party DCP candidate Simon Sanare in the forthcoming Purkowad November 27th mini polls. The opposition attacks on the William Ruto administration revolved around corruption, extrajudicial killings, arbitrary arrest, and the sale of the state parastatals. Justin Muturi, former president ally, who has turned to be his biggest critic, threw the first salvo alleging the atrocities committed by the president, who will hang him a day in court after the opposition ascends to power in the 2027 polls. Wiper Patriotic Front Party, WPFP, KALONZO MUSYOKA castigated the members of the National Assembly for what he termed as executive arm twisting to give a nod on the KPA sale on Wednesday. And I quote him, "Hao wanajaribu kuuza kampuni ya serikali kama ya pipeline. Hiyo ni mali ya watu wa Kenya. Tunajua bunge walisukumwa na Bwana Ruto kuuza kampuni ya mafuta. We warn any possible investor who wants to pursue the exploitation of public property. They must know once we take over, we will terminate all those deals," KALONZO stated. The same sentiments were echoed by DAP-K leader Eugene Wamalwa, saying it has become a norm for the Kenya Kwanza administration to use the National Assembly to rubber stamp shady deals involving public companies. Although the former president Deputy President DCP party leader avoided the KPC sale topic as usual, went bare knuckle at his former boss, terming him a liar, corrupt, political schemer, and a mastermind of extrajudicial killings who never deserved a second term, who does not deserve a second term in office. Now, these remarks come after the National Assembly recently approved a motion seeking to privatize KPC following a heated debate among the MPs. Those opposed to the deal termed the planned privatization of KPC as opaque and skewed, stating what the Member of Parliament of Kiharu, who has, by the way, been warning Kenyans against what the government is secretly doing by privatizing public companies, this is what Didi Nyoro went to say. This issue of KPC will bring a lot of excitement, but after the announcement of the share capital in February for the full year, the share company will collapse and the share price will collapse. And this is the reason. The current investor in the NSC is not buying asset, they are buying revenue, Kiharu MP said. Now, however, state-allied MPs defended the project, hailing it as a necessary step to inject private capital and unlock growth in the sector. With the motion's approval, the government can sell up to 65% of its stake in the company while retaining a minimum 35% holding. Now, allow me to remind you, Kalonzo Musyoka mentioned one thing and one company, STARBEX International. Now allow me to bring you into one topic that many of you doesn't know. STARBEX International Company, as a company that deals with petroleum products and also jet fuel products in the Republic of Kenya, is the sole company that was contracted to supply jet fuel to the military planes in the Republic of Kenya by the KDF. It is also the company currently which was contacted by the Jomo Kenyatta International Airways or the Kenya Airways to supply jet fuel to JKIA. Are we together? The previous person that was the supplier of the said jet fuel was billionaire Humphrey Kariuki, who is also an ally of President William Ruto. But because President William Ruto wants to be running this country in every aspect, aliruka Kariuki in the deal of jet fuel supply to JKIA. Now, when we come to the issue of Kenya Pipeline, we have to link it directly to Stabex. As William Ruto's company is currently benefiting, for Kenya Pipeline, they are supplying Stabex with fuel and petroleum products direct from Nairobi, while other companies send their trucks to Mombasa to bring petroleum products in Nairobi and distribute them into the other parts of the country. This company, Stabex, does not have to go through all the loopholes because its owner, President William Ruto, is running the country as his own company. Apart from that, there is some certain information that was today shared by one Maverick Aoko that I want us to look into. Maverick Aoko revealed to us that the person behind the privatization or the person buying of the Kenya Pipeline Company from the government of the Republic of Kenya is also an affiliate of President William Ruto. Now listen to what she had to say this morning. Leo niwapatia hadithi gani because ni mingi. Now, going forward, Aoko said that one David Muge, Ruto is currently using him to buy Kenya Pipeline. Uhuru and Raila and also Museveni are in the deal. Allow me to remind you why I really concur with the sentiments made by Aoko. If David Muge is behind the buyout of the Kenya Pipeline Company, that means William Ruto is funding this deal. Are we together? William Ruto is behind the tycoons that are buying the Kenya Pipeline Company, saying that they are buying it to privatize it. Now, if they buy it, Ruto or these private companies will be able to take the biggest percentage. Imagine 65% of the Kenya Pipeline Company. Now, this is a company that is owned by Kenyans, if I have to tell you the truth. Now, this company, I mean the Kenya Pipeline Company, currently it's supplying Stabex International fuel products at a very low price. Now, this Stabex International, most of you don't know it that much in Kenya, but let me tell you, Stabex company in Uganda, it is like how Rubis is currently running petroleum products in the country, like how Total is currently taking over Kenya petroleum business. That is how Stabex is in Uganda. And that is why I concur with Aoko's statement that Museveni is also part of this deal that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and William Ruto are supporting and are funding behind the buyout of Kenya Pipeline Company. Watazamaji, I ask, I mean, how much is enough for a person to steal? How much is enough for a person to become a millionaire? Because William Ruto seems not to be getting enough. Atuambie ni ngapi anahitaji, tutachanga tumlipe. At least atuachie kampuni zingine zile ambazo sisi kama Wakenya tunahitaji. Ni hayo tu kwa sasa mtazamaji, achia maoni yako kwenye comment section, tuungane katika video zetu zijazo. Hii ni The Kenyan Daily Report.